Hey everybody, I'm Paul.
And I'm Andrew.
And welcome back to the Fan Voice. It's been a little while, but we're happy to hear.
Yeah.
Happy to see everyone again, and we have an amazing guest for us.
Yes, we do.
Tonight. With us tonight is Ambrose, the creator of the My Smash Corner YouTube channel.
Hey guys.
If you haven't seen his videos, he's basically been at the forefront of presenting all the advanced techniques and stuff for the new Smash game, which has just been the work you have done has been incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And so we're gonna basically let you talk about your channel a little bit, just ask a few questions here and there, and just I was thinking also getting your opinions on the future of this game as far as competitive potential and all that. So
yeah, and we'll just talk a little about Smash 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Sounds good.
So yeah, if you want to kind of explain what your channel is and what you do.
Okay. Yeah, basically my Smash Corner is a place where I upload tutorials, tips and tricks, and of that sort for Super Smash Bros. 4. And it started when I found this tag for Meta Knight. It was a lock combo, and I posted up on Smashboards, not expecting much. And then all of a sudden, people really liked it and thought my tutorial was very clear. And I guess that's how it took off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen your stuff on Reddit before, for sure. Because that's been all over there, and I've definitely seen it on Smashboards. So
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You can really see all the videos and stuff. They're really pushing through both. Yeah, with Reddit and I'm seeing them on Smashboards too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, but Kotaku even picked up your pivot. What is it?
Video.
Really?
Yeah, the perfect pivot video.
Yeah, the perfect pivot video. Yeah, I was so overwhelmed when they shared that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right?
Oh, yeah, very, very surprising. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Well, I mean, you've been doing an amazing job so far, so you've caught a lot of attention, and of course, the idea of wave dashing in a new Smash game, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah,
so
very
good.
exciting. Yeah, it's perfect pivoting actually was in the older Smash games too, but I feel it's really useful in this game because there is no wave dashing.
Right.
So this is a really good movement option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And did it work in a similar fashion in the older games? Because just me, I don't recall it. Well, maybe I just didn't pay attention to that too much.
In Smash 64, it was used with Captain Falcon a lot, I guess. It was good for perfect pivoting backwards into a ledge hog because you couldn't grab the ledge backwards in the old games. And Melee, I guess wave dash kind of usually prevails over perfect pivoting.
Yeah.
And the good thing about perfect pivoting in Smash 4 is that you get to set your C-stick to tilts, but in the old games you couldn't. So perfect pivoting into tilts was practically impossible in the older games. So this one, it's a lot more intuitive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems like definitely this game, there's a lot more of a sliding factor with the characters when it comes to perfect pivot and these small movement adjustments compared to the past games, Brawl or Melee.
Yeah.
Which
that's definitely
it's been a double-edged sword for me. I've been really I've been really having a hard time adjusting to how much slide you get with the countless different hits and slams, because that really nerfs down the shield grab as far as the range going down as well.
Yeah.
I've definitely noticed that as well.
Yeah.
In my little time with the game, is that it seems like shield grabbing on the whole seems nerfed. It's a little harder to do. Maybe it's not that their range is shorter. It just seems like it.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it to me. And I don't know, like you said, it could be that you definitely slide.
Yeah.
A lot. I mean, definitely more than Melee.
When you're hit with an attack.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Block it.
Yeah. So.
I guess like power shielding would be the optimal thing to do.
Yeah. This is like kind of like Brawl. I think this is going to become a game where power shielding is
It's good, yeah.
Incredibly
Definitely.
important.
A lot of people have been complaining about rolling being like really good in this game too. I guess it is.
There, between the rolling and the dodging, there is a significant lack of punish compared to the other games. I feel like, or the openings are a lot smaller. I was randomly playing Bowser one time against a computer. I blew fire at him, and he was able to stand dodge the whole thing over and over again without getting hit.
Wow.
I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
You mean he wasn't like getting hits done, like knockback or anything?
He was not getting hit at all.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think Bowser has something called heavy armor, I think, where he, at low percents, he will basically like negate all knockback. It's like punch canceling kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen people put that to use in a lot of different ways. Tournaments and stuff, people were using Bowser like crazy. They knew he had that.
That's another thing I'm iffy about, because like there are definitely good Bowser players, but like there are a lot of people who just like it encourages a lack of vigilance in them because because of the armar. Like, oh, I got hit with something, doesn't matter, my hit's still going through.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. It's definitely true.
I got my little quirks here and there, but I'd like to hear, Ambrose, what you think of, like, are there little adjustments from the new game that you favor, or things that kind of like is a peeve for you?
What I favor and what I don't like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I favor I like no tripping. Yes, that's a huge plus.
Yes,
that is amazing. Yeah, that's like I don't even know why he did that before, but
right.
Yeah, basically that's back then I guess in Brawl people were scared to do any movement options because you don't want to move because you'll trip. So all people just jumped around, right?
Yeah.
And that was a huge problem, and I'm glad that they fixed that. That's definitely a really good thing. And also, the new ledge mechanic is interesting. It's something new, and it's a good way. And in Brawl, there was planking, right? Like ledge camping, especially in the Meta Knight, where they had to pretty much put a ledge limit, grab limit on him because he could stall there forever. And this new ledge mechanic kind of fixes that, and I'm overall glad for it. It actually opens up, I guess, a new meta game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I don't mind that ledge grabbing is gone at all. Even though I didn't mind it in Melee, it's just it's one less thing for noobs to complain about. And, like you said, there's definitely some interesting things to it. Like, you know how like if you take the ledge from someone, they get like pushed off in a direction. And correct me if I'm wrong, you can't control the momentum of you getting hopped off, right?
Oh no, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's it's a good mix-up game there. Like you can wait for the person to up B to the edge and then quickly steal it and then try to go for a punish. That's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So there is an opening once you take a ledge from them when they're like hopped back. You can do like a back air or something. There's enough time for that.
It's not guaranteed, but if the person doesn't jump fast enough or air dodge, then they'll get hit for sure. Right. And then, or you could predict that they're gonna jump, then you can wait for that jump and then punish it. So there's a mixed-up game there, which is pretty interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so it does require definitely a reading of your opponent and vigilance on their part, but it's not like overly abusive kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. That's good.
Because I think I've seen a lot of just clips and general things of people like with Captain Falcon doing that and then spiking them.
Oh, wow.
As soon as he steals the ledge from them. Yeah, and you see that a lot, and people are like, okay, well, it's time to start either jumping to get out of there early enough or like air dodging or doing something because he can punish you with that hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't remember what character he was doing that with. It was somebody who's up B, like snap to the ledge really quickly. I can't remember whose it was, but it was just a really fast up B.
Mm-hmm.
And it all took place so quickly, I had to watch it a couple times because I was like, whoa, what just happened? Yeah, Captain Falcon, by the way, seems good in this game, which
definitely.
I'm glad of.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really glad of.
Yeah.
The up air, kind of like up air to up tilt combos,
Mhm.
the up tilt that spikes.
Yeah.
Those are really fun to watch.
Definitely. Yeah. And also, I guess, back to your question, but like something I don't favor, I guess, is the rage effect. It's like it's basically where if a character is down a stock or their percent is very high,
their attack increases, right?
Yeah, their knockback is increases. Pretty much, it kind of, I guess, unfairly evens the playing field. It kind of rewards, I guess, a worse player.
I mean, that's the same problem I have with Lucario.
Yeah, that's like
which
double.
Is like rage effect times 10.
Aura,
It's like you're rewarding a player for getting his butt kicked, basically.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. You're punishing a player for playing well, essentially.
Yeah.
And I mean, it does suck. And like that's the same problem I have with like a lot of Nintendo games, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, but like the blue shell, everybody hates the blue shell. Right?
Yes.
And it's kind of the same thing.
But in the latest Mario Kart, there's something that can break the blue shell.
That's true. It's true. And they tried to advertise that, but it was kind of like...
It's kind of situational, I think. I don't know.
It's incredibly situational.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I mean, I feel like that's like a huge problem in Nintendo games, where they're like, you're already designing the game so that everybody can have fun playing.
Right.
So, like, I feel like, personally, you don't need to do that. Like, you don't need to add the rage effect.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, somebody's getting their butt kicked.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta give them the leg up in this. Like, you don't need to do that. You've already kind of done it with the way you've designed the game, and, like, it's approachable to people.
It's probably the best medium between friendly and competitive, maybe.
Yeah. It's like... You're punishing a player for practicing and knowing their stuff. It's like you're kind of killing the incentive for players to get good, because why am I getting good when Lucario can just down smash me at 60 when he's at 150? I'm dead, right? It's like,
or no matter where you hit him, he can recover from.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
That too, yeah.
The up B, oh my god.
Yeah, his up B needs to.
that mechanic just needs to. He's not a bad character to begin with, but he gets so much power in that.
That's right.
But regarding the rage effect, I don't like it, but the way I see it is like adding like. I feel like they're trying to look more into a competitive thing, similar to Marvel vs. Capcom's like X Factor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the impression I got from it when I read about that. And I'm like, that's fun, but
yeah, it's a good comparison.
Yeah. I mean, the rage effect just kind of goes back to his design philosophy, Sakurai, because he's just kind of like, well,
let everyone win.
Yeah, let everybody win. Let there be a level playing field all the time, every time. Skill generally shouldn't matter. And it's like, I get it, but I also don't get it. Like, I don't personally think that when I play with my 5-year-old nephew that he wants or even knows about that, or that even helps him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is that really helping the players you're trying to help? I don't think they even know about it.
Right.
And it still depends on you hitting them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're that much lower, like, and you want to bridge that gap, if they're really that low, quote-unquote, skill, they're not going to be hitting you much anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's like, where it gets muddy is when the skill is close enough.
It's even.
Or is, like, not even, but, like, the person is lower skill level than you, definitely, but not so much that they're still going to hit you.
Yeah.
That rage effect matters.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know. I mean, yeah. I totally get that complaint.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of agree on that. It's like,
yeah.
Another thing that I enjoy more about all that I favor about this Smash 4 is the blast zones are actually smaller, horizontal, on the side. They're
Right.
actually smaller than Brawl. So basically,
Oh,
you
okay.
won't be able to survive as long. I'm not sure about the vertical, but I know the horizontal blast zones are shorter. Yeah, so it's good because in Brawl you can pretty much survive like a snake can survive to crazy percents. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
game, it's good. I'm glad. Yeah, they did that.
Well, okay, that's good to hear because what is it? To me personally, Brawl is just such a blur. I don't think we played it like too long. Like we played it a lot in the beginning, but like
I was gonna say,
afterwards.
I think I played a lot of single player of Brawl,
Mhm.
but we played it like as a group of friends. Let's get together and play Brawl. That never
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, yeah. So
So-
like I don't know, just that blast zone comment and everything. Like I didn't see that because like we were just jumping off of melee from that.
Basically,
Kind of
I do remember though that somebody would play like the perfect weight character in Brawl, like Snake is a good example, or
Yeah.
like another one was like Zelda.
Uh-huh.
'Cause, you know, our friend Dan plays a lot of Zelda.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember in Brawl he would survive forever,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't get this. And me as Game & Watch is dying at 80%,
Right,
and it's because
right.
Game & Watch is so light.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I mean that's good to hear and good to like come to light for me personally that it has been like improved from a notch up for Brawl kind of thing.
Yeah, and
With the blast zones
yeah,
and everything.
and when I first played this game, I originally thought that everybody was going to survive because I was like, God, I'm at like 220% and I'm still alive.
Yeah.
And then that stopped pretty quickly once you got the Wii U version.
Mm-hmm.
We started playing that. Then it was suddenly like, oh no, it's just nobody knew the right moves to use.
Yeah, the sweet spots for everything.
Now that they do, I'm dying at 150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I just had to wait a little bit till everybody like kind of learned characters a little bit more,
Right.
and now I'm seeing people die at like way
like reasonable.
lower percent. Yeah, reasonable.
And
percent.
time too. It's gotten shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is I feel like it's unfortunate that throws don't have kill power, and that's kind of unfortunate. Like,
I think some do.
Like Ness, I guess.
Yes.
oh,
But like,
okay.
yeah, some characters don't. But
I know Greninja, the up throw can kill like at a certain percentage.
Oh.
I can't remember if it's reasonable or not. Do you know Ambrose?
up throw, it's all right. Like I'd say it kills at like probably 180 probably or 170. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But
Okay.
but definitely Ness's is as usual. It's the killer.
Yeah,
And,
that's always been a strong one.
yeah.
Yeah. There's some characters who just cannot kill with throws, like Sheik.
Mhm.
and-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did notice, as usual, Captain Falcon and Ganondorf's throws,
Mhm.
like at higher percents, they don't go anywhere, and you can't follow up with them. And I feel like that happens in every single game.
That like
Mhm.
awkward space.
Yeah, it's like the awkward space where it's like it doesn't send them anywhere. It does no extra damage, and you can't do anything after it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Also, another thing that I feel it's like I favor about this game is the lack of smash DI. In Brawl, the problem was like you could smash DI out of so many moves, like nothing can combo. Like literally, even Meta Knight's forward tilt, you could smash DI out of it. Like Snake's forward tilt, just there were literally hardly even 2-hit combos. But this game, smash DI isn't as strong.
There's
I
a
don't
little
know-
more stun to stuff.
Yeah. Basically, you can actually down throw to combos actually works. Like Diddy's, of course, down throw to up air, and
Right.
Sheik's down throw to forward air, and yeah, which I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of Luigi's down throw combos too.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure. Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I was actually just telling Paul about that right before this. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of clips of Boss playing Luigi. Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, the down throw combos are crazy.
Yeah, and I love he had one where he was at the edge and he down throwed and fared once, and then down air spiked them. And I was like, well, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I guess another thing I noticed about what do you guys think about patching?
About patching?
Yeah, like the ability to patch the game. Do you guys like? Well, in my opinion, I guess I'll say it first.
Yeah, go ahead, definitely.
Okay. Basically, I think patching is the double-edged sword. It's good that when people find really broken things that they get patched, but at the same time, if Sakurai and the developers don't think they don't pay attention to how the meta game progresses, I think it could really hurt it, because you could be practicing one technique, and next thing you know, the devs think it's too broken, and it gets patched. And if the patching gets too severe, then it actually kills people's incentive to actually find new things and practice new techs, because why am I doing it when whatever I'm practicing could be patched, right? But I read a recent article that he's actually the patch 1.04 is actually the last one, and unless there's any glaring issues, that he'll only patch the glaring issues essentially, which I'm happy about.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think I agree with you, because as bad as this is to say, I kind of trust developers like Capcom more with patching, because they have a history with it. They follow the tournaments and the scene more. And I think they just understand patching a lot better.
Yeah.
And they work with the right people to get it done in the right way.
That's
I feel like Nintendo, isn't going to do that. I mean, they just aren't.
They're so fresh with even paying attention to the competitive community.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they haven't ever really patched games, really. Like small patches here and there. The Wii U is really the first one where they rolled out any significant patches.
And and this new Smash is probably like the greatest contribution or effort of patching that they've done. Like so many small versions between the things. But I definitely agree with you, Ambrose, about killing the incentive of players, because the thing is there are so many competitive communities out there who are just used to the patches and stuff and adapting, but the crowd of Smash is a whole nother animal. I think Melee was a great example of this, of how just people were constantly pushing the limits over and over and over to greater or more interesting heights, without technically the game changing itself. Which is what makes Smash such an amazing thing. So I don't think excessive patching is really necessary for a game like Smash if it's done right enough.
Instead of I guess fixing the broken things, people should find a way to counter it with other techniques. That's how the metagame will evolve. And
exactly
Melee,
exactly. I mean, you look at the developed tier lists, like Melee, for example, and we say, only these characters can come on top, some people assume, kind of thing. Then you get someone like Axe or Amsa who totally blows everyone away with this character no one thought could work it out, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, I totally understand that, because Melee is definitely like that. But I also think it would be interesting to see a Smash game that did have consistent patches, once a month or something. But you have to get the developer to be okay, well, perfect pivoting, for instance. Okay, well, I'm not going to get rid of that. But I am going to fix, this person has a little more lag, Bowser doesn't have as much armor, fixing things like that.
Right.
But I don't trust Nintendo to do that. If they were going to patch things, they're going to patch out perfect pivoting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or they'll just take a random shot in the dark with that little survey they did with Little Mac having the lowest winning streak online. Even though I guess the problem is obvious, is with his recovery, but there could be things here and there that they'll just like randomly give him buffs that aren't relevant to his issues, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know. Personally, I think Little Mac's recovery range is fair because he has so much priority over like so many different attacks. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely benefits. He benefits a lot from the perfect pivoting, I think.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
I think as a spectator esport, Smash 4, I think it's a lot better than Brawl, because Brawl, I think there was a time when a lot of people were using Meta Knight, and there was excessive camping at one point, and it was comparing to Melee was is always an amazing like spectator sport, right? Esport. It's like so exciting to watch, and I feel Smash 4 is a lot better in that sense, as for spectators to watch, because it's faster than Brawl for sure, I think. There are still characters, I think, who slow the game down because of how they are, like Villager and Sonic. For example, Villager is
slowly what?
I feel there are characters in Smash 4 who kind of slow the game down because of how they're played. Like for example, Duck Hunt. Yeah, Duck Hunt is a good example, I think. They're like zoning characters.
Like the excessive keep away has definitely been like a huge strategy, especially online, since you're forced to play on a flat field all the time, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. And then there comes an issue with, should we make the game 2 stocks or 3 stocks in a tournament situation?
Right.
So regularly, if Villager and Duck Hunt, those kind of characters weren't in the game, I feel like 3 stocks is actually a good amount of stocks to use. But with said characters, the zoning ones, I feel 2 stocks is might be the suitable stock count. Yeah.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from there, because it does seem to me like that's definitely the argument for 2 stocks. It's like those kind of characters, and it's completely fair because you watch, especially a match between 2 of those kinds of characters,
just like projectiles constantly hitting each other,
and it's not even just projectiles. It's like, well, Duck Hunt's not going to get up in your face because why would he?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I'm going to sit over here and I'm going to throw out a can and then I'm going to wait. Because why would I get up close to you? I have no priority close to you.
Yeah,
I can do all this stuff over here. So it becomes a waiting game versus somebody trying to get in. But if there's 2 of them, they're normally just going to both wait. And they're going to wait and wait, and then it's going to take a really long time. And
especially at the high level competing, you know, they know what takes priority over what, and it's like even if it doesn't look as fast, it's the same thing as seeing who slips up first, kind of thing, or it's like a slip up or a bait, that kind of thing.
Definitely.
I mean, as far as it being an esport go, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, like I said, I've been watching a little bit of Xanadu, which is one of my favorite tournament series anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Smash 4 there is very entertaining. I don't like watching consistent, Diddy Kong versus Duck Hunt matches, but those have been slowly dwindling. People have been starting to pick up different characters.
Right.
And then you get like Boss's Luigi just running over people. It's so entertaining to watch. You know, and I feel like I'm definitely going to pick this up. I just really hope Apex isn't, a top 8 full of, 4 Diddies and a couple of Duck Hunts, and
I hope that won't be the case either, because at this point, in its like freshness of it all, I don't see really any of these characters having too low of an advantage over the other, and I think people really still have a lot of potential to like push some things we haven't seen like all over the place. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
It's still early in the game, and I think a lot of characters might be viable that people don't know about. I'm just waiting for like the next crazy I don't know, Game and Watch to come out maybe.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Andrew, that's your cue.
I was just gonna say, if somebody brings Game and Watch to like Apex or something and wins with him,
Game and Watch is Andrew's favorite character.
It is my favorite character.
Yeah, he's definitely very viable. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and actually, I watched your video on follow-ups.
Oh yeah.
I was down. I'm gonna be using the shit out of that.
You know, we actually played a couple matches, and the one thing Ambrose did a lot was basically use that like throw follow up and always follow it up with the hammer. I'm like, dude, this is so great for just waiting out to get that 9 kind of thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a great like strategy.
Because you're not gonna get the 9 unless you use it.
Yeah,
like that's the thing about his hammer. So that's I'm definitely gonna start picking that up and using it a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.
What other? I'm actually curious to hear you guys' opinions on this. What characters are you liking? Obviously, Ambrose, you're liking Game and Watch, which Game and Watch, he's awesome. But who else? I'm kind of curious.
What else? I've been using a lot of King DDD lately. Ooh, I like his I kind of like exploring the unused characters, I guess.
Yeah.
Like his down throw, his down throw follow ups are really good actually. He can down throw to up air and down with forward air up to like quite a significant %. And his Gordo has very interesting properties, which I'm still exploring. And yeah, that's a character I really enjoy.
Before you go on, there's something that happened to me on the 3DS version. I don't know if it's well known or not. But there was this one time I was playing DDD, and a Gordo got stuck under my butt and was staying under me the whole time. Has that ever happened to you?
That was actually that's a glitch actually. That should have been patched. I think it was patched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, advanced Gordo butt strategy.
Gordo butt strategy. That'll be crazy. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Another character I've been looking into is, of course, I guess Diddy. See, like he's definitely top, like one of the best characters in my opinion. Because his down throw is just really ridiculously good. There's actually a new tech. My next tech video is actually a tech video that Diddy can use. A tech that Diddy can use, which is really good. So I've been exploring Diddy and. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I'm curious to hear you say that, obviously, because Diddy does seem really good. I don't even know.
At first, people were like, "Oh, he can only summon 1 banana in this game. He must not be good." But boy, were they wrong.
It's a whole new ball.
I mean, the banana by itself is so good, but he has so many follow-ups, and his up air is. In my opinion, it looks like one of the best moves in the game so far.
Definitely, yeah.
Because do you know how many like follow-ups you can get with the up air?
At low percents, definitely like 2 on some characters at least, and it goes to it still works at really high percentage. That's the thing, right? And it's a kill move, so even at 100, sometimes if the down throw gets stale, they won't travel as far. So you can actually link that up air like.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's pretty much a guaranteed kill sometimes, which is really powerful. Yeah.
That's insane. So what other characters, if any, have you been playing around with?
Well, Sheik, I guess. I've been trying to figure out. Recently I've been trying to figure out other true combos that I made a true combo video, but that was revolved around the platform.
Right. Yeah.
Mechanic. But I'm trying to like also find true combos, which can work on flat stages as well. Because after I uploaded that video, a lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, this doesn't work on Flagori. It's useless."
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the game does not revolve around for glory, right? So, but
I am just waiting so much. I'm like, please, local tournaments pop up everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so
seriously.
sick of these flat planes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wish Nintendo would just include at least Battlefield, at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very neutral,
It wouldn't
but
be that hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's why I've been trying out, I guess. True combos on even it works on any stage. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what is it? Of course, I'm favoring Sheik above all else. I've always really loved her, just like her adaptive movements and stuff, and she
Yeah.
just like, flows so nicely with her like hits and everything, and it's so graceful
Yeah.
kind of thing. But so I don't know. I was really happy seeing you like pay attention to some Sheik and like seeing your Sheik. I learned a lot. But
Mhm.
another thing I was wondering is just like how beneficial do you think it is picking up the reverse B charge with her like above like the perfect pivot?
You mean the video I made about her reverse B reverse
Yeah,
needles? How useful it is?
yeah. Compared to like the pivot.
Oh, I think the pivot definitely is a lot more useful, but
Yeah,
the B reverse slide is definitely useful when if you dash across by someone and then use that B reverse slide, you can quickly get behind them and be facing them so that you can set up a grab
hmm
option, which I feel that's the best use for that B reverse slide. But perfect pivoting, as I showed in the video, it's a good out of shield option where you can just perfect pivot into a down smash or perfect
right.
pivot, even just spacing with perfect pivoting
Yeah,
is really good.
absolutely.
Yeah, perfect pivoting into forward tilts is also really good because your forward tilt can combo at low percents into like other things like a grab or a fair or something. Which
Mhm.
so overall, I think perfect pivoting is more useful than the B reverse slide. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and just it's probably like a little easier to do like in consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I guess one big topic, like I mentioned earlier, is just like, what's your take on where you see this one going in the future? Like as far as competitive potential, or like just how much stuff people will like discover to make this one really unique and something to really make a good like spectator kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot of potential. Because of how much Smash has grown in the past year, uh, in the competitive scene, like how much light it has shed on, or how far it's spread to even the people who didn't know about competitive Smash before. I think
Right.
Smash 4 has a lot of potential. Plus, Nintendo is supporting it so much now. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
yeah, has a really bright future ahead of it for sure.
Definitely.
The mechanics are even though the engine is very similar to Brawl, right, than Melee, I think it still has great potential because things like tripping is removed, there's more hits done, and the combo game is a lot better. So in terms of a spectator esport, I think it has a lot of potential as well. Um, because if it's boring to watch, it's gonna hurt the growth for sure
Of
because
course.
no
Yeah.
one wants to watch a dragged on long game, right? That's boring to
Yeah.
watch. So that's really important. I think Smash 4 does a great job. It is good in that regards. So I think it does have a bright future ahead of it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Cool.
I agree with you. I think from what I've seen, I've enjoyed watching it.
Hmm.
We were talking about you get into characters like Duck Hunt, and it can kind of be like, okay, we're gonna slog through that. But even characters like Duck Hunt can. I mean, I feel like good characters are starting to experiment more with characters like that.
Yeah.
Do things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
They're not just
Hmm.
sticking to a game plan.
hmm
Yeah.
And that's the main thing is I think we're starting to see people. I mean, everything happens so quickly, but suddenly every character who everybody thought was really good has a game plan. and now everybody's sticking to the game plan. Well, now that game plan's kind of starting to go away.
Yeah.
Most people are kind of like, but you can do other things with these characters, and like I'm going to do those other things. That's what I think Smash. That's where Smash kind of shines.
Absolutely.
So I hope we see some more of that. I think we already are seeing a little bit more of that, and hopefully that continues. So
I mean, no matter what version you play, I feel above all fighter games, Smash shines in creativity.
Yeah, I mean, I think you might be right, because I mean, you look at Melee and it's just like there's not really like quote unquote true combos. Like there's no hit counter, but you have to be creative with your combo. And like and
like every single moment, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so thrilling.
It is.
Just one of the millions of reasons we love these games.
Yeah, no, it's very true. It's very true. And I think if Smash 4 keeps that, and it looks like it is, then we're going to get a very good game on our hands.
Yeah. I feel like...
Oh, go ahead.
Well, basically, I feel like Melee is such a successful... Melee has been so successful because of, I guess, how fast the game can be brought back. Like, it doesn't matter if you're 2 stocks up, you can get gimped. You can get, like, literally Fox 2 shines, and that can be, like, a stock right there. And so I guess in that regards, it's that's why Melee it's so fun to watch, because you never know.
Exactly. That's what like shined on this the most, which is I get a little afraid sometimes with the nerf down gimping. Like some people may think that it'd be better to like just maybe a better fight or something, but at the same time, if we go too far to a point of like maybe Brawl or something worse than that, where it's just like not a lot of combos, and whoever wins just racks up the most damage and guaranteed off edge of the screen, because if not guaranteed, they recover.
Right.
Then you know what we get? We get any other fighting game ever kind of thing, because the person who gets less damage wins.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
Yeah, so I'm glad that Smash 4 is not like that, I guess. Yeah. It's better in that regards.
Definitely. I mean, there is definitely a lot of like creativity going on, and just like much more aggression. Yes, I feel like than before Brawl. But it's definitely interesting. I think just the most thrilling thing will be this character roster, because it's just so like they're constantly expanding, but we're going to see so many different strategies. You know,
and that's actually the one thing I want to ask, kind of like maybe this be our final question, but like, what characters do you guys think are going to show up at Apex? Like, do you think there's going to be a character that just kind of comes out and everybody's like, oh, they're really good?
Yeah, for sure, I think.
Really?
Like, it's so many people there.
Yeah, right.
A character that I think would, I guess, surprise everyone. I think Wario. Yeah. I'm hoping a Wario will pop out of nowhere, because I feel he's a character that I haven't seen anyone use him, but I feel he has a lot of potential. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can totally see that, because I haven't seen anybody really play Wario, and he seems very good.
Yeah.
The character that I've only seen really, like, I guess one person play kind of well is Dr. Mario, who he was doing really good stuff with Dr. Mario, like, and playing him differently enough from Mario, where it actually felt like it was different. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it looked really good. So that, I kind of have a feeling that one might. I don't know if there will be anybody that comes and really blows anybody away, because there's definitely a stigma about Dr. Mario being a clone. So not a lot of people playing him.
He is.
The clone hate of that.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I feel like people aren't really gonna play him. But
another rough little change is his B4 doesn't really help with recovery.
No, it doesn't. So he has really bad recovery.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
His up B can kill the reverse up B, so it'll be interesting to see people use that.
Yeah, I feel like that could be a good GIMP tool too,
Yeah.
That's another interesting thing is, I guess kind of like on that point is just like stage spiking. Holy moly. It's so dang powerful.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's another thing where we'll start really seeing some interesting things like below stage fighting and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that happened at the end of, well, not at the end. That happened kind of late in Brawl.
Okay.
Too. Like people started like just living underneath the stage.
Yeah.
Because they knew they could get back to the ledge.
Right.
But it creates some really interesting interactions if neither one is playing Meta Knight.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, whoever either
someone
hits the other one.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to watch sometimes. So I have a feeling that could happen with this game, especially with the ledge snap mechanics in this one.
Yeah.
That are different.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
Ambrose, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This was an awesome discussion.
We're looking forward to your future videos as like thousands upon thousands of people are.
Yay!
uncovering
Yeah,
those
definitely.
amazing
I'm really hoping that it can help bring in new players into the competitive scene and helping them understand how techniques work. Yeah, that's my ultimate goal.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and they're awesome so far.
No,
they're
mean,
really good.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you bring about the mechanic, how to do it, and also show how to apply it, which is just really important where some people may not. But
yeah, that's definitely true. So if you guys want to see Ambrose's videos, go to my Smash Corner on YouTube.
Do you want to just let them know where they can find you with the web address?
Oh, sure.
Is it just youtube.com/MySmashCorner?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I don't have a website or anything. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right.
Awesome. Well then, youtube.com/MySmashCorner. So go check that out.
Check it out. Check out the videos.
Yeah,
all that.
yeah, definitely. Go watch his videos. The tutorials are really good. You can check us out at facebook.com/thefanvoice.
Twitter at the Fanvoice Podcast.
YouTube.com/fanvoice. The Fanvoice Podcast. That one.
Our email fan@thefanvoice.com.
And our website fanvoice.com. You can find news, reviews, and all that good stuff.
And this podcast will be downloadable as well.
Yeah, and this podcast will be downloadable on our site. So Ambrose, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys next time on Fanvoice.
All right. See you guys later.
See you guys around.
Bye.